Hey y'all, I'm outside. That means it's Sunday again. So we're gonna pick out 5 things today. We're gonna go in there, show you what's sold. A couple cool items, a vintage political item, which I think is awesome since I'm a history teacher, you know. I promise I won't give a history speech, maybe 20 seconds max. Hey, I have a couple of questions from viewers, an update on the 3 returns that we talked about 10 days ago. Tell you how many of them came back and how much I had to refund and all that stuff. I'll answer a couple of questions, including a tax question. Which, you know, nobody ever answers those tax questions. Well, I'm gonna answer a tax question straight out today. See if I get sued for it. Let's go inside. You'll have to forgive my dirty window, but I just want to show you what kind of job can you look out your back window and listen to your kids. They don't think I can hear them. They're having a serious conversation about SpongeBob and plankton. Oh yeah, there are the chickens too. Hey y'all, welcome back to the cabin. It started off as a slow weekend. This is our Sunday, so I just picked 5 things. And for a while, I'm like, well, I can't pick because there's only like 5 things to pick from. But we've had a ton of sales in the last hour. Bunches of money coming in. 541 bucks, 13 sales. And I think 7 of them have come by in just the last hour or 2, which is really kind of cool. So happy about that. It means we're going to have to do a little bit of work Sunday night too, which you're watching this Sunday night. So that's okay. But look, we're going to pick out 5 things. I picked 2 from viewers to give them a thank you today, 3 non-viewer sales. And of course it's Sunday, so you got to tell me what's on your YouTube playlist. Tell me what's on your music playlist as well. I'm going to tell you, I'm embarrassed. I have got to tell you, I am embarrassed to tell you what's on my music playlist. I'm like, man, I wish I would have listened to something else today because now I got to tell people what. It's bad. I'll tell you in a minute. But what's on my YouTube playlist? I was listening to a few things. I watched Froggy Flip's last video, Cincinnati Pickers, Thrift Mine, and then listened to a little bit of Midwest Pickers. So anyway, that's what's on my YouTube playlist. And I'm going to have to convince myself to tell you the truth on my audio playlist. I think I will. It's just going to take me a little time to get some courage. So let's take a look at what's up. All right, maybe you can speculate in the comments and then see if you're right in a few minutes. So, all right, it's a 31 bag. It sold for $8.95, and it was a purse. So I'm like, why did it sell so cheap? And then I saw in the title, Blue Ridge Mama listed it, that it was embroidered. So there's something in it, on it, monogrammed or something. I don't know what it is. I think it's this one. Top in sales. Maybe that's like a Mary Kay thing or something. Or maybe it's a 31 thing, I guess. That makes sense. Commonwealth picker, you're not too bright sometimes. It is 31 after all. All right, here's a Matt part-time picker kind of deal right there. I'll throw that up there. All right, I think this is what sold. $9 plus shipping. That doesn't seem like it's a very good one, but oh well. At least we got something for it, I guess. Let me double check, make sure that's what it is. Yep, that's what it is. $9 plus shipping. So if I remember, I got it for $1 at that Halloween sale that we got. Well, you can't see it anymore. It's still here. But man, that was a great sale. I wish I could remember the name of it. Maybe I'll find it and put it up here, but maybe I won't. Anyway, 31 usually does pretty good. We'll get like $9 for the little tiny ones. I guess this is not new. It's been used. And, you know, not a high seller right there. Top in sales. I don't know. Can't imagine who'd want that unless you're selling 31. All right, I wrote on my list, read the message and how much it sold for, but I didn't write what it was, so I had to look it up here. Sold another ashtray, and this is hammered glass. And typically the hammered glass one I think is green. I've sold it probably 50 times. But this one is kind of greenish amber. I'll let you look. It did sell to a viewer, sold to Connie. And I think, Connie, you left a message in the messaging system and not on the buy. And so I don't have it with me, but I do appreciate the sale very much. And that's headed your way. I've never sold that one before, so it must not be one of the mass manufactured ones. I don't know, maybe you have sold it, but there's the hammered glass look. So I picked it up. This was also at that sale. I don't think this one's aired yet. 88 Picks told me to go pick it up, and I did, along with the insert one that we sold for $10.95. So there's not a lot of money, but we'll make like $7 profit on it. Somebody asked me about shipping ashtrays, and sometimes you can get it, if you have the right box, you can get it in a box and then slide it into that padded flat rate envelope if the ashtray is small enough and heavy. Like that one's going to be over 1 pound. So it's possible, depending on where it's going, that it ends up in a padded flat rate. But you're going to have to put it in a box first before you put it in there. So I wouldn't just slide one of those in a padded flat rate. It's more than likely not going to show up undamaged. So I definitely wouldn't do that. But if you do put it in a box, a thin box, even a priority box, which you're probably technically not supposed to do, but most people do, you can slide it into that padded flat rate. All right, I got to give you a close-up here because I don't want to show you the addresses and stuff on the screen, but here's the Dave Matthews Band right here. This one sold $9.41. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 8 left of those. Paid 50 cents a piece. We're making a little bit of money. Looks like we have one sale inside as well, so we'll run in there and do that one real quick, and then we'll come back out here, or maybe we'll run in there after we get this last one. Okay, I think last one in here before we do some viewer questions that I want to get to a little bit, and some viewer gifts as well. But I like to answer questions at least once a week, and Sunday's the day to do that. We have broken even on the buy down there from Rich the Auctioneer, and this is going to finally put us in pure profit. And we have quite a few Radio Shack items and some other items that we got from him down there. Also still have these basketball cards in here, and I can't even remember what they are. But we're going to have to auction those off as well. And this should only be one of these. See if I can find it. Looks, there it is, Radio Alert. That's it right there. And I'm too short to grab it. Maybe not. We'll see. Yep, too short to grab it. I had to bend it. There it is right there. All right, I think this is it. $1,200, $521. This one sold for $45 plus shipping on this one. Not a bad deal right there for sure. I think I sold a similar one for like $80, but this one, let's see, I wonder what the difference is. Desktop Weather Alert Radio. Looks pretty much the same. $45 plus shipping. All right, I take it back. It's $42 plus shipping. Hey, all right, I think I've got enough courage. Here's the deal. The older people are going to think I'm a joke, and the younger people are going to think I'm old. So, but whatever, here's the truth. And I listened to America yesterday, right? So that's kind of the in-between here. I listened to Glenn Miller today, and I listened to Vanilla Ice. I know. I don't know what to tell you. I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling that I had to hear some Ice Ice Baby. Anyway, let me know what's on your playlist, YouTube, and your shipping, your audio playlist as well.
Hi, this is Homeschool Hustler Returner, and I have a Homeschool Hustler sale. Let's go get it. It's a Spider-Man and Green Goblin Duplo figures. $18 plus shipping. Bye.
All right, here you go. Really quick, I want to talk about returns for just a second, because this is the one thing that people just disagree about all the time. Well, I shouldn't say the one thing. Resellers disagree about quite a bit, but the two things I always hear people like get adamant about, other than taxes, which occasionally people get opinionated on. I always hear people talking about what kind of printer they use. That's one thing. Sometimes, occasionally, people argue about packaging and how could you package it this way or that way. But I usually hear the argument about printers, Rollo and Zebra and Dymo, or just straight up inkjet printers, or what kind of labels, all that stuff I hear. The one thing that I hear people get pretty passionate about is returns. Don't offer free returns, offer free returns. And I hear people, I can see it, you know, when I'm reading the comments, you can just tell that they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you do X, or I can't believe you do Y. So here's the deal. I do offer free shipping on most items. Not all, but most items. And the reason I do is because of what's happened here. So I had 3 items that they requested a return. For whatever reason, it always happens in 3s. And it happened about, I don't know, 8-10 days ago at this point. If you go back and watch those videos, I talked about them on subsequent days. Well, I've been tracking them. So far, only one of them has initiated the return. They've printed the label, and it just said that it showed up today at my P.O. box. So I'm going to have to give that return. The other 2, they're not going to come back. One, I had a feeling wasn't going to come back at all. The other one, I got a message from the person, and it seems pretty clear that they're not intending to actually send it back either. They're trying to get a partial return. And I'm just like, hey, if you want the return, send it back. I'll pay for the return. I'll pay for the item. And they're just not interested in that because they want the item. They just wanted it at a cheaper price. So that's usually why I do returns, because even though I accept them, it encourages people to buy them people just don't like to return things. I don't know about you, but that's true of me. I don't want to return something. If I bought something for 10 bucks and it just doesn't quite work out and it's going to take me time to go back and do the process, man, I don't know. Sometimes I do. It depends. If I feel like somebody cheated me, then yeah, I'm going to run the return. If I feel like something just didn't quite work out, then maybe I won't. So let me know. Are you going to take the time to do a return out there? If you bought something, if it's $5, are you going to bother with the return? Most people, I would say, won't bother with a return even if they're not completely satisfied. I don't know. I'm going to guess here and say that half the people that aren't satisfied are never going to return the item. So let me know what you think out there, and let me know if you do returns or don't do returns. You won't offend me either way. You can give me your opinion and you can give me your reason why. All right, Sophie came down to join me today. She must have sensed that the cats were getting most of the airtime, so there you go. There's your fans out there, Sophie. You don't seem like you really care. All right, this is the button here. I like Ike, one of the most famous campaign buttons of all time. It is definitely, it has the patina. It's definitely old. It's got the wear on it. And it's sold for 10 bucks. So I didn't mark this one down because it looked old. I kept it at pretty much the same price as a lot of these buttons are going for because it does look old. A lot of them aren't real. I got to be honest with you. So famous button right there. I like Ike. I will, 10 bucks, free ship. It's from Hoarder House. I think it's from Hoarder House 1. I think it's where we found that game, which I haven't sold yet, the Nintendo credit card game, so, or watch game. Sorry, don't want to offend you old school NESers. Actually, it's not even NESers, you old school Nintendoers. So I will spare you the military industrial complex speech, and of course the Interstate Highway Act of 19... I'm going to say 56. Does that sound right to y'all? Some of you are like, what is he talking about? I will say Ike seems like a genuinely good guy. And anyway, check out the D-Day speech he gives. Really, really good speech. Let's go back outside. Pepper, what are you doing, girl? All right, Reagan, you sold some stuff out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. What'd you sell?
Flipper and picker sticker and a We Get Things Moving one.
You got it. All right, so this went to who?
Chris and Misty.
Chris and Misty. Turtle Tech Reseller, I think is what it is. And they left a nice message. If I got that wrong, I'll read it at the end of the video for you. But Reagan's going to get this ready. Pepper's going to help her, right, Pepper? No? All right.
Okay. Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, y'all, the chickens aren't coming to get me, but I see Boots coming to get me here. All right, here's the big tax question here. Do you have to pay taxes on the money you make on eBay? Yes. See, I told you I could answer that question. Yes, you do, just like anything else. So I will tell you this, though, y'all. I get tax questions all the time. I don't answer them because I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But I do know a couple things, and let me just say this. If you're new to reselling, you might as well start right now in keeping track of everything. Get some bookkeeping software, get a spreadsheet, get something, because if you do it right, if you do it legally and right, there are a lot of ways that you can cut that tax bill down, legitimately cutting it down, as opposed to just not reporting anything. You can definitely do it the right way and at least decrease your liabilities by a pretty significant margin. So that's the extent of my tax advice. Pay your taxes. There you go. I know nobody likes to hear that, but better start now. If you're starting off on eBay, better to start now than it is to wait and to have to kind of do it retroactively. It's a pain in the butt. All right, some of y'all may remember I posted a video a week or so ago. Are you stupid or crazy? You shouldn't be listing this stuff on eBay. Well, I think that same person strikes again here. I should say the name this time, but I'm not going to. It says, you're not stupid or crazy. You're just lazy. And then they give the name of another reseller, like so-and-so travels 300 miles to source, and so does this other reseller. So it's like, you know what, you don't have to source the stuff you say you have to source. You could travel for it. And I'm just like, well, I suppose you're right. You're absolutely right. But you know what? Traveling 300 miles to source when you're working 40 hours a week just isn't feasible. I would rather learn the area I'm in and pick that area, which a lot of you do. I see a a lot of the stuff you send me messages and stuff you sell, which I love, because even out here, you can run into things that aren't typical of out here. I love finding new stuff and making money on it for the very first time. Tell me an item that you have sold just very recently that you've never sold before, that your eyes have been open to. If I opened your eyes to them, or another YouTube reseller, if on Instagram, or a friend, or if you just were looking stuff up and found something that you've probably seen before and haven't sold, and now you're going to find it. You know, if your mind's eye has seen it before and you've done it before, you tend to find them a little bit more often. Hey y'all, I had a new product that I wanted to try out. I've got a few different, I guess you could call them problems. They're really time problems. I ship all these all the time, but they take a little too much time. So here's the first one we got. Obviously we have a bunch of these left. Maybe not a bunch of the Camaros or the Corvettes, but we certainly have a bunch left. I've been shipping them in here, and I've been putting a piece of cardboard beneath and above, and this is a padded craft paper bag, and I've had no complaints, unless somebody out there wants to complain in the comments here so far, but it's a process. So I figured I would do a little something different, because these can sometimes tear. I would try using this, but I really bought this to help save time, because what I do when I ship these CDs, both the Grateful Dead ones and these, is I put them in a poly bag, so there's cost there, and then I cut out a piece, well, not then, I do this before. I put a piece of cardboard that's slightly bigger than this next to it, or underneath it, and then I put it in a padded poly bag, this one over here, right here. So that's how I ship these out. So there's some added cost, poly bag and this, and the time to cut the cardboard out. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna start doing this. It's gonna save me time. It's not really going to save me any money, but it's not going to cost me any money either. Matter of fact, it is going to save me money, technically, because these have a cost too, because there's an opportunity cost to getting this from eBay when I could get something else. But you get the point. So how many of y'all use these out here for CDs? Would you use it with a plastic case CD? Would you trust that? I feel like I wouldn't, but I don't know. Let me know if you do and they work. The other thing is occasionally these rip right here when you put in the mousetrap balls, or if you put in pinballs like I ship. So I'm going to try these out for that as well. And then when we ship these stickers overseas, I want something more dependable than just a regular little floppy envelope. I want to put them in there. And we occasionally sell these to people in Australia, New Zealand, and whatnot. So I just figured I'd give it a shot. If I like it, I'll let you know. You tell me if you use these and if you like it, or if you use one of these in a different size, and tell me what you think. I mean, it's the same idea as using these things right here for the post office. These ones right here, flat rate envelopes, same kind of thing. So let me know what you use these for if you do. Appreciate it. All right, y'all, look at all this stuff here. So really quick, some folks sent me some really nice folks sent me some nice stuff here. This is Forced Find. So Randy and Kelly, they have a YouTube channel, by the way. See, look at that right there. YouTube. And look at these two. I guess Kelly made these. Kelly's artwork that she did. Poured resin pieces. Love the color. Just love it. This is my style right here. So we will find a place in here. You see Kristen's over there. So we'll find a place in here somewhere for these, because they are awesome. Maybe in my second cabin as well. But I think I'll find a spot in here for these. So really cool. So thank y'all so much. And the sticker is going to fit over there on that little cabinet right there. It's going to fit right here. So the stickers can't be too big, but that one's just going to be right. This one I think is a little too big, but how cool is this sticker right here? We're going to find a place for it. Maybe a couple of spots. There's a few little places here and there. And of course back there on the bulletin board. And then over here on our little sticker wall, we'll find some spot for them right there. There's our sticker wall. So definitely going to find a spot. And this one, look at this. Shabby Cottage Shop. Shore Essentials, Jersey Shore Thrifter. So Jerry and Gail. Great story right here. These were not flown in space, but he tells this great story of picking up some flags that were $7 total, 56 flags sold for 25 bucks a piece. So I'll stop that right there if you want to read that story. It really is kind of neat, and it certainly reminds me of the Challenger. I was just a little guy. I remember I was in my elementary school library, and we were all watching it, a bunch of kids watching it, and it was just like, are you kidding? They ushered us out of there. I remember that. So anyway, check this one out. This one I think is going to be too big, but we will find a spot for it somewhere over there on the cabinet or somewhere. Your Heart at Home. Love it. Die cut, and then the other one. So I love it. We're going to find some spots. Like I said, you see there's some there I have and some different spots. We will definitely find a spot for it, and you'll see it here in the cabin. My family watches your videos and really enjoys your take on reselling and teaching. And then they go on to tell us a nice story here. So I personally have been reselling on and off with eBay since it began. I just wanted to thank you for all the great content you mentioned in your last video that you would like stickers for your cabinet. So we decided to send you some. So that's awesome. So let's see. This was done by their 12-year-old daughter. What do you think of that, y'all? Facebook, Your Heart at Home. And there's a website, yourheartathome.com. So really cool. All right. And this was sent from overseas, y'all. This was, I'm trying to think here, Dutch, I think. And they sent me Blue Ridge Mama, and they, well, me. I don't know about me. Reagan, I guess. I don't know. Would that look good on me, y'all? I think so. Sterling silver jewelry they do, and there's the website. And, you know, they're not, you know, I get a lot of this stuff, and they don't really watch. These folks watch. Look, they even use Reagan's name in here, and I've seen them comment. So thank y'all very much. Very kind of you, and I will pass that on to the girls. For sure. Discount promo code. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And I am going to put some stickers over here. If they're too big, maybe I'll put the Astro ones here. We'll see. But we'll find a spot. If they're small enough, we'll put them here and here. If anybody else wants to send them. But even if they're not, we will find a spot for them somewhere. That's the sticker there. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate it. Hey, y'all, here's the message from Chris and Misty, the ones who bought the stickers from Reagan. Thank you for all you do on YouTube. Your channel has helped us build our successful side hustle so fast that we may actually be able to go part-time with our 9-to-5s by next year. Maybe not with the backgammon pieces, they say, but even that tip has helped us make a few bucks. You're not supposed to sell those backgammon pieces. That's the one sacred cow. I'm kidding. So we thought we would pay it forward and help out Reagan and buy some stickers to use for the inventory bins like you use the plates. Maybe the Enderman can help get things moving a little quicker. We can get there a little faster. So thank you, Chris and Misty. TurtleTech Reseller on eBay, turtletech.reseller@gmail.com. So thank y'all very much, and we do hope that he gets things moving for you. We really do, and we appreciate the support. Hey, just a little side note. The sticker money goes to one particular charity. We give it to Compassion International, and we sponsor a child in Haiti. The kids do that every single month, and we always take the sticker money and dedicate that to just that one down there. We do the t-shirts to different things as well as St. Jude and others. And somebody gave us a coffee here. Scout in Save. Scout in Save. Bought 3 coffees for us, y'all. $6. Very kind. Was going to bid on the auction to support cerebral palsy, but your viewers are amazing and I couldn't afford it. If you could, 1 coffee to y'all and 1 to the cause. Absolutely. So we'll throw in an extra couple of bucks. The last I checked, it was like $320. And Kristen, you've given me the information. So as soon as we're done here and we settle everything up, I'm going to contact the contact person you gave me down there and let them know. So if you want to give them a heads up, should be in the next, I don't know, a few days. No later, I think, than next weekend, and we're going to call them and set it up. So I don't know who's going to win this, but by the time you're seeing this, somebody's probably won it. So that is amazing. And 2 more bucks on top of that. So thank you very much for your generosity. And hey, thanks to everybody who's been going through those affiliate links to buy supplies. I see so many people clicking through my links and then buying other supplies, which is amazingly generous to y'all. We really do appreciate it. We hope y'all are doing great out there, and we'll see you next time.